Thank you, Madam Chair. A proclamation of the Pierce County Council and Executive celebrating the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics Washington in Pierce County, Washington. Whereas, for 50 years, Special Olympics Washington has provided year-round sports training, inclusive health programs, leadership opportunities, and community engagement for individuals with and without intellectual and developmental disabilities. And whereas Special Olympics Washington is a movement of inclusion, empowerment, and dignity impacting the lives of over 12,000 participants and their families across the state, including hundreds right here in Pierce County. And whereas Pierce County has long been a supporter of the Special Olympics Washington and is honored to play a pivotal role in its historic 50th anniversary year, as the City of Tacoma served as host for the 2025 State Spring Games and its first ever opening ceremony at Cheney Stadium. And whereas the legacy of inclusion continues to grow in Pierce County through new and expanded initiatives including Unified Champion Schools, inclusive health clinics, tribal partnerships, and youth leadership programs, ensuring that every athlete, volunteer, and supporter has a place to belong and thrive. And whereas the contributions of athletes, families, coaches, volunteers, and law enforcement partners across Pierce County have strengthened the foundation and future of Special Olympics Washington, and their commitment to the power showing up reflects the very best of our community. And whereas the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics Washington marks not just a celebration of the past, but a unified call to action for the next 50 years, a future where equity, access, and opportunity are guaranteed for every person of every ability in every corner of our county. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this 14th day of October 2025 by the Pierce County Council and Executive that Pierce County celebrates the 50th anniversary of Special Olympics Washington, and we encourage all residents to join in honoring the athletes, volunteers, and supporters of Special Olympics Washington and reaffirm our collective commitment to inclusion, community, joy, and the celebration of human potential. Signed, the Pierce County Executive and the Pierce County Council.
Let's give them a hand. Let me turn on your mic, and thank you for joining us.
So thank you, council members. What a special milestone it is for Special Olympics Washington here. And we're just really grateful for the support that we've received from Tacoma and Pierce County. I think a couple call outs to Tacoma Public Schools, obviously the Pierce County Parks and Rec, Tacoma Parks, and of course you all. Our law enforcement partners here have been amazing. Here just in Pierce County alone, we serve just over 2,000 individuals with intellectual disabilities, as well as partners. These are individuals that are at schools without disabilities that play, lead, and empower each other in the community. And so because of the great love that you all have given us, we are relocating our office from downtown Seattle to Tacoma in partnership with Tacoma Public Schools. We'll be over at the little wing over at Foss High School, so come visit us when we open up. But really, it's been 50 amazing years, but the work isn't done. And we thank you again for inviting us for this special day. Also, thank you to Bryn Brady and Leslie Kincaid here on our team. But more importantly, the voices that are centered to the heart of what we do are our athletes. And so I'd love to introduce Katie McEwen, who is a Special Olympics athlete and just an amazing leader in the community.
Hello, my name is Katie McEwen, and I am a Special Olympic athlete here in Washington State. And I have been an athlete, I don't know how many years, but it's been a lot of years. Probably since I was like maybe 7 or 8 years old. I'm 37 right now. 37 I'll be 38 in April. But yes, for so many years. But and Special Olympic has brought me lots of independence. I work as a paraeducator here in the Tacoma school districts in a special ed room, and I live on my own with some roommates, and I drive, and so and every year I enjoy doing Special Olympics, especially skiing. So that has brought me a lot of joy, and thank you for letting me talk.
Well, thank you for your advocacy and work, and 50 years is quite the accomplishment. I'm looking forward to being able to visit a little bit easier than trying to get up to Seattle. And I will turn this over to my colleagues to see if they have any comments. Councilmember Denson.
Thank you, Chair. This is such a terrific program. Thank you all for your hard work, and thank you for participating and for also being an educator in our community and an awesome community member. I am thrilled that you guys are going to be in Tacoma. That is a big win for us. So we look forward to celebrating that new location with you. When this proclamation came forward, it reminded me that, and I think it probably happened right around the same time, I saw something on our local paper about Special Olympic athletes visiting with and getting out on the water in Gig Harbor. I don't know if you guys were part of that. The Gig Harbor Canoe and Kayak Racing Team had 20 Special Olympic athletes out there on the boats, starting to learn how to paddle. And I understand that we do not have a canoe and kayak racing team with Special Olympics or a para athlete team here in the state. And so I understand that the racing team has a grant to explore that opportunity. And I'm happy to send you the article if you didn't see that. So we would love to have the first team here in the state that can participate and compete in Special Olympics. So thank you for your hard work. Thank you for representing the state of Washington so well in our local area, and we look forward to partnering more in the future.
Thank you for those comments. We will go to Vice Chair Herrera.
Thank you, Chair. Good news that you're coming to Tacoma. I have volunteered with the Special Olympics some years ago through another organization, and I know it was before COVID, and there was a lot of volunteers, and I think it's really good that we put this out in a proclamation to remind people, because I know in a lot of organizations who depend on volunteers, it's not where it was before. So it's here in Tacoma, everybody. It's great to volunteer at Special Olympics. I'm sure you have different events in different places in the county and across the state. It was a little encouraging, you talking about skiing, I think was it this week, and I looked up in the mountains and I saw a little bit of white up there. So soon, I think Crystal Mountain said they'll be open November 28th, possibly. But it's encouraging to see that you're here. I thank the council for highlighting this. So thank you, Chair.
Thank you. And we will go to Councilmember Yambe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. And thank you for the Special Olympics for all the work and continuing incredible work that you do to not only give opportunities for athletes from every corner, but being able to have these events in all of our communities to try to show our community support and just be involved in something that's bigger and has more purpose. I have to give a shout out onto our friends in Fife. Patrick Gilbert is on the law enforcement side of the Special Olympics board, I think, and they do the Hoopin' for Heroes with the firefighters and the law enforcement out there. It's always fun and playing against teachers. And I hear that bringing back the polar plunge this year. So if I do it, maybe we can get Councilmember Morell out there with me to dive into the bay. I did that one time, and it was pretty intense. I think you could handle it. But yeah, no, I'm very excited that you guys are moving down to Tacoma, and going to be a great resource that we can connect further and build relationships with you. And so thank you for that opportunity, and thank you for your participation and highlighting the best of what community can be, and appreciate being able to do this recognition. So thanks.
Thank you for bringing this forward, Councilmember Yambe. We're going to go to Councilmember Gruber.
Oh, thank you, Madam Chair. Just quickly, I just want to say how much it is appreciated that you do take the time to do these things. I keep thinking when I retire, I can do more things, and getting involved with what you do, from what I've seen, it always brings so much joy to people's heart. When I'm watching them watch, it's just everyone is just in a state of happiness. And it's always a pleasure to watch that. So thank you, 50 years and another 50 to come. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Well, congratulations on the 50 years and the move. We look forward to hearing how that goes, and maybe we can come by.